Mr. Jack Doherty just lost $500,000 in jewelry live on camera, and honestly, this might be the most insane streamer moment ever caught on video. Alright, picture this. You're chilling at home, snacks in hand, phone propped up, watching Jack's usual late night walk around Beverly Hills. Bright lights, fancy shops, and Jack doing what he always does, showing off. He's got 2 diamond chains bouncing off his chest, each one sparkling like a tiny sun. The chat is flying. People spam heart emojis, clown emojis, everything. Jack laughs like a maniac, flashes the jewelry closer to the lens, and brags that each chain costs more than a new house back in the suburbs. At that moment you think, okay, cool flex, but is this smart? Turns out, it's not smart at all, because not even 3 minutes later, the knife flips upside down, out of nowhere. 4 guys in dark hoodies rush in. They move so fast the camera blurs. One shoves Jack, another yanks the chains, another waves a gun. You hear Jack yell, the mic crackles, and then you see the shiny metal hit the pavement right before the stream cuts. Your heart drops. Jack goes from laughing faces straight to panic in half a second. I rewind the clip, trying to believe my own eyes. Did that really happen? In reality, it did. When the stream comes back, Jack is standing shirtless on the sidewalk, breathing real hard. His face has a scrape, his neck is red, where the chains used to hang. He lifts what's left on his torn tee for the camera. They took every single thing, he says, voice shaky. At first, he'd think it was 300 grand gone. Later, after adding up the real price tags, it's closer to $500,000. $500,000 gone in just 60 seconds. Now if you followed Jack longer than a week, you know the guy lives in Drama City. He has a GPS tag on trouble. But this robbery? This is a whole new postcard from chaos. It happens right next to the Cheesecake Factory on a busy street, with people walking dogs and kids licking ice cream. No back alley, no hidden corner, broad daylight vibes even though the sun already set. Police cars roll up pretty quick, blue lights flash, radios crackle, officers spread crime scene tape. Jack keeps streaming. He points the phone at the torn collar, zooms in on the red mark on his neck, and keeps talking. He's upset, but also fired up. He tells everybody he'll get all his stuff back, maybe even buy bigger chains. I'm sitting there thinking, dude, breathe. You just got robbed at gunpoint. Social media, as expected, goes absolute nuts. In less than an hour, clips of the robbery pop up everywhere. Reels, shorts, stories, you name it. Some folks feel sorry for him. Some laugh and call it karma. Some say it's a setup. I scroll through dozens of takes and everybody has a theory. But none of that changes the simple fact. 4 strangers just walked away with jewelry worth more than some folks make in 10 whole years. And get this, 2 days later, Jack shows up online wearing 8 brand new watches. 8. He lines them up on his arm like he's stacking cookies. He captioned it, "Ran through 300, meaning he already replaced the cash he lost. I stare at the screen speechless. Most people would hide under the blankets after a gun in their face. Jack, he doubles down. Maybe that's bravery, maybe that's denial. You tell me. That's only the tip of the iceberg. Let me remind you of Jack's greatest hits. Back in March, he's streaming from his house when things get loud off camera. Suddenly, his girlfriend steps in, tears in her eyes, phone in hand. She dials the cops right there. You can hear the operator asking questions while thousands of viewers hold their breath. Officers arrive, walk in, and lead her outside so she can pack. The chat explodes with, "What just happened?" Jack says, "It's a misunderstanding." She says, she's real scared. Either way, that romance ends in real time and the internet keeps the receipts. Go further back to October last year. Rain is pouring, streets look like grey mirrors, and Jack decides it's the perfect weather to floor a 200 grand McLaren. He's streaming, reading jokes in the chat, not watching the road. Tire slides, the back skids, and bam, metal crunches against a concrete wall. The camera shakes so hard it almost flies out the window. His friend in the passenger seat is bleeding. Instead of helping first, Zach points the lens at the damage, still live. Viewers go from hype to horror in seconds. Later, the streaming site he's on says, enough, and bans him forever. Fast forward to February this year. Zach trades 4 wheels for 2 and hops on a dirt bike. He wants to jump a little ramp behind a warehouse with his body holding the phone. I'm watching live thinking, this is not going to end well. Sure enough, he launches, the front wheel tips and he slams chest first on the hard ground. You can almost feel the thud through the screen. He groans like an old man, tries to laugh it off, then says his collarbone feels like glass. Next day, he posts x-rays. Yep, bone snapped. The another hospital bracelet to growing collection. And do not forget the lawsuit cloud over his head. Last year during a Halloween bash full of drunk costumes and bad decisions, Zach's bodyguard allegedly roughs up a guest. The guest says Zach joined in, papers get filed, lawyers get paid, court dates crawl forward like snails. No final word yet, but it hangs over him like a storm cloud. Money troubles? Depends on who you ask. Zach loves to flash spending screenshots. One time, he showed a bill for $200,000+ in less than 15 days. He laughed, saying he paid it off the same week. Some fans cheer, others wonder if the math will catch up. All I know is, if you keep tossing money in the air, sooner or later gravity wins. So how do I feel watching all this crazy drama unfold? It's like eating popcorn at a circus, where the lion keeps gaping. It's thrilling, but you're also waiting for someone to get hurt. Part of me wants Zach to slow down, breathe, maybe take a week off cameras and think. Another part of me knows he won't. The feedback loop is too strong. The more wild his life gets, the more clicks roll in. The more clicks, the more he feels he has to raise the stakes. It's a hamster wheel with fireworks strapped to it. Some folks online say the robbery is fake, stays for views. I kept replaying the clip, frame by frame. The fear in Zach's voice feels real. The scrape on his cheek looks surreal. And the police showing up isn't cheap to fake. Could it be staged? Maybe. But it smells like real trouble to me. Let's talk about life lessons for a second. If you flaunt riches on a public feed in a city full of folks looking for a quick score, bad things can happen real fast. And to be honest, that's common sense. It's like waving a pizza in front of a hungry dog. Eventually, the dog will jump. I'm not saying blame the victim, but common sense is free. Lock it down, show it off later, or at least keep security real close. Will this robbery slow Zach down? My guess? Absolutely no. In fact, it may push him to do bigger flexes just to prove he's untouchable. That scares me a bit because each bigger stunt means bigger the risk. One day, the risk won't be a broken chain or a cracked bone. It could be way worse. And nobody wants to see a live stream turn into a tragedy. As I scroll through the comments, one question keeps popping up. Why do we keep watching? Easy answer, human nature. We can't look away from a train that might crash. We hope for the best but secretly brace for the worst. Zach's stream is that moving train. It's loud, bright, and might veer off the tracks any minute. I hope deep down that Zach takes a pause. Maybe this robbery is the wake-up call his friends can't give him. Maybe it makes him value safety over views for once. But if history is any hint, tomorrow he'll be back on live, buying new chains, laughing it all off and teasing the next wild idea. Either way, I'll be here watching, jaw on the floor, popcorn in hand, ready to react. Because let's face it, chaos like this doesn't refresh in your feed every single day. So what do you personally think? Is Zach going to learn from this or spin the wheel again? Let me know in the comments, and if you want more chaos, tap the next video popping up right now. Peace out.